Hello all, welcome to my YouTube channel. And in today's video, I will be explaining the detail related to Elasticsearch lifecycle index management. So Elasticsearch support the lifecycle index management to move the data across the different tier, that is hot data, warm, cold, and delete tier. So what does that mean? Basically, data which we are frequently using, that is in hot tier, and subsequently data will move to the different tier like warm, cold, and delete. Before moving further, I will be suggesting you guys to go through this Elasticsearch official document, which explain how to do, because before applying policy and template, first of all, you need to create one Elasticsearch cluster with number of nodes, and those nodes we need to label with hot, warm, and cold. So here is they have explained how to do it. Okay, since in this video I'll be mostly focusing on the creation of the policy and how to push data, so you can do this thing once you set up your cluster, and you can label your nodes accordingly. So if you see now, I am running my Elasticsearch on this on localhost 9200, and my Kibana is running on a 5601. Okay, at present I am not having any index over here. Okay, as you see. Now let's start. So before starting, I would like to explain how to apply policy first of all. So what this policy do? This policy is nothing but telling Elasticsearch that how the data should get roll over to the hot to warm and warm to cold tier. So first thing, in the hot tier, I have mentioned that once data size is reached to 200 KB, it should move to the warm tier, and from the warm data should move to the cold tier after 50 seconds. So since this is for demo purpose, so and in the interest of time, I just mentioned the size is 200 KB, but in actual production environment, this size would be in the GBs, let's say 20 GBs. Okay, and you want it to roll over from 20 GBs. Once size of the hot tier reach to 20 GB, then data will move to the warm tier, and from warm tier after, let's say, um, here I just mentioned a 50 second, but in ideal case it would be almost 30 days that you wanted to move to the cold tier, and finally after 360 days it will move to the delete tier. But for the testing purpose, I just reduce this duration to one day, 50 second, and 200 KB. So let's apply this policy first. So once you apply this policy, you need to create one template, and in the template you need to give the name of the policy that you have just created. Okay, and this is my index name, in which I am going to push data. So two things important to remember: this index name and the policy. So let's create, because every policy needs some template, and once you create template, finally you need to create one alias. This alias is nothing but is a manually creating initial index that we will use in our index template, and here is a snippet for that. So let me create it. Okay, so it created one alias for me. Alias name is enterprise survey. Okay, now let me first execute this thing. Okay, now you see it create one hot tier first. Okay, and nothing else is over here, because anytime whenever you will be creating index, it will be first of all in hot tier. So now let's try to push some data into the Elasticsearch. So this is my simple Jupyter environment in which I am reading some data from the CSV. Okay, this is my data in the pandas data frame, and then via Elasticsearch DSL API, I am pushing this data into the Elasticsearch. So if you see, I'm just pushing this data into Elasticsearch via DSL API. And if you don't know, guys, how to do this thing and what this code is about, in my other videos, I have explained in detail about this this code. So if you see it's running, so let's wait for some time to get complete. Okay, so it's just stored now. Let's run once more because we need some more data for this lifecycle index management. And then I'm running this thing, and again I'm pushing data into the Elasticsearch. Okay, so it's running. Okay. Yeah. So as you see, data got pushed to Elasticsearch index, and index name is enterprise survey. So let's now create the index pattern. So I will tell you how to do this thing. Go to stack management. Okay. Just click on index management. You see this enterprise survey, right? We just push. Now create the index pattern for that. Next step, create index pattern. Okay. Now we have created the index pattern and just select this discover part. So if you see now, you should see some data over here, right? 30,000 record we have pushed almost. Now let's go to the developer tool. So this is the developer Elasticsearch, wherever we execute all this policy and template. It's the Elasticsearch developer tool that you can see from the management and dev tool tab. So now just see, because Elasticsearch understand the REST API. So this is the API that we need to hit to get the status of lifecycle index management. So now if you see, if you run over here, data is in hot tier currently. Now push some more, let's push some more data over here because we need data to be in the warm tier as well. So once it reach to the size that we have given over there, then data will reach to the cold tier as well. Sorry, warm tier as well. So it's still executing. So I just pause for a few minutes. Yeah. So if you see now, when I just re-execute it, you see the phase is as hot, okay, with enterprise survey 0002, and the another phase is a warm phase, okay, which is enterprise survey 00001. So in ideal production scenario, there will be multiple index, maybe lakhs of index that would be in the hot tier with the hot phase, okay, that is this phase, and another there will be another multiple indexes which will be in the warm state. So this is the way we need to apply this policy on the Elasticsearch index so that data can move to the different tiers. And as I mentioned, we can use this data tiering because the more frequently used data would be coming into the hot tier, and less frequently used eventually will get moved to the warm, cold, and delete tier. So that's all, guys. If you like my channel and this video, please do subscribe, and even if you need the code base for this, what are the script I have implemented, please keep me posted. I will push it over GitHub. Thanks, everyone.